See, let's not lie. It's actually very painful after a long busy day, especially if you live in a city like Lagos. You come to your house and you cannot sleep simply because the generator outside is disturbing your sleep. But wait though, you now remember that you don't have generator. It's NEPA lights that you are currently using. Some of you are using inverter. Yet, where is that gru that is coming from? You realize that it's the person that is beside you sleeping on the bed. That's the person that is using their snoring to disturb the whole house. And because you love this person and they say that you should not be violent, that's the only thing that's keeping you from slapping this person. Or it's even possible that you yourself that is watching this are the champion snorer in your house and you're the one disrupting everybody's sleep. But anyhow, we listen, we don't judge. That's why we're here, of course, to help you understand what causes snoring, how you can treat it, and what are the things to do, especially if it's disrupting the level of your life. And you, Emeka and Nkechi, I know that you are part of the chief snorers in this house. This video is for you. But before you go any further, just tell us the tips that have helped you or the tips that you think have helped other people. English is not our first language. And then write it somewhere down there. You can see where to write it so that other people can also learn from you. But in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe, like, so that other people can see this video. That's a way to get them to see it. I know that you are trying to save your marriage, and so you don't want to send them this video directly. There's a way you can do it. Just keep liking and subscribing, like and subscribe. Something will happen. It will get to them. Just don't ask me how it happens, but it happens. Now let's get into it. Let me even explain why snoring happens in the first place. See, when you breathe in and out, that's because airflow is passing through your nose. Airflow is passing through your nose and your mouth and is going through. If there's no obstruction, it usually looks like something that is silent. But when there's an obstruction, for example, as you can see, I'm blowing. It's almost as if you can't hear it, but you can hear it because I'm wearing mic. But once I put an obstruction there and I do something like this, you can see that the noise has changed. So that's basically what's happened. If there's any obstruction that is around the muscles of your throat or the airway, it can lead to the sound that you regard as snoring. And there are a couple of causes. The first common cause is that your nose are blocked. If you look here, you will see something called nasal congestion. Ignore it. That's just for the Igbo people. Whether it's from cold, whether it's from allergies, whether it's a bit of sinus trouble, once your nose is blocked, it's harder for air to get through. So your body concentrates by actually breathing through your mouth, which might actually lead to snoring. Another thing that can cause it is weak throat muscles, or you are just getting old. Now, when you get old, there's something called loss of muscle tone. As you can see, there's muscle everywhere now. But as I start to old, the muscle will not be strong as it used to be before. And it happens everywhere, including your throat. Meaning that your throat muscles can actually collapse easily and then lead to a partial obstruction. It's like trying to breathe through a straw that has small kinky inside. That vibration will cause snoring. Another thing that can cause snoring is sleeping position. Let's talk about it. When you sleep on your back, gravity is not helping you. It causes the tongue and your soft tissues at the back of your throat to fall backwards, narrowing your airway. This is why some people snore harder when they lie on their back. So if you're a back sleeper, you're more likely to snore, especially if those muscles are already weak. Another thing that causes snoring, and I'm sure you people know where I'm going to, is not just age, is not sleeping position, is obesity. Yes, if you're carrying extra weight, especially around your neck area, it puts extra pressure on your airways. What extra pressure will cause narrowing? And narrowing leads to what? Snoring. That's why you see that snoring is actually more in some people who have higher body fat percentages. You people will say I've come again, especially my beef with alcohol and smoking. Let's just know that it's there. It's there somewhere. When you drink alcohol, relaxes the muscles in your throat even more than usual. And this increased relaxation can block your airways and make snoring worse. Smoking causes inflammation. I'm sure you people already know these things by now. When anything that is wrong of anything, just put alcohol and smoking. You're correct. You will pass Aproko doctor's exam. Now, how do you now stop snoring? Because this is the question that we are all here for, including you. Yes, if I just come here and I tell you the causes why you're snoring, but I've not done anything to fix the problem, we're not solving any issue. My apologies, but now we are here. Number one, clear your nasal passages. If you have allergies or your nose are blocked, do something about it. There are OTC medications that you can actually do or take in order to, if you're the kind of person like me, where your nose is getting blocked all the time, you can use saline spray, use nasal sprays, just anything that you can to clear the nose, right? This will make air flow freely. Another thing that you can actually do in order to lose weight is to sleep on your side rather than on your back. As we've mentioned earlier, when you sleep on your back, gravity causes your tongue and the rest of your muscles to fall backwards. But when you sleep on your side, it helps keep your airway open and your air more free. I know something that happened one day. I was sleeping in my house, and as I was sleeping, I noticed that sound was coming out from my throat. It's not snoring. They are two different things. Let's not fight here. And my wife had to turn me to my side, and I noticed somebody was pushing me to my side. And I'm like, oh, why are they pushing me to my side? They say, yes, because you're making noise when you're sleeping. That does not mean that I said I was snoring, but let's just pass it. Another thing that can also help you is stop taking alcohol. Yes, please, especially if your partner is complaining that they are. But when you are now obese, you are taking alcohol, you're smoking at the same time, I think you should find your own room and go and stay. Another thing that can also help you is humidifier. Yes, I'm sure you never thought about it, but when the air you are breathing is dry, it can actually lead to more vibration, especially during that. But humidifier will add moisture to the air. Just ensure that what you're putting inside the humidifier is clean enough and good enough. Use it, clean the air, and after cleaning the air, it softens the air a bit, especially, adding some bit of moisture. This might make it easier to breathe. Another thing that can also help you is to consider oral appliances. Now, if you go, especially online right now, you see some small devices that you can wear in your mouth, especially when you sleep. What they do is that they help keep your airway open so that this air can flow very freely and might reduce snoring. You can even talk to your dentist if it's actually that problematic for you, so that they can make one that is fitted for your mouth. Now, there's a senior brother of snoring. Snoring is in nursery 1. Then there's another brother that is in primary 6. This particular brother is called obstructive sleep apnea. It's where some people snore to the point where they stop breathing. So they're snoring and they just stop. And the next thing you see is something like this. Now, hope you know that somebody who is sleeping like that cannot have a good night's sleep, because by the time their brain forgets to breathe and they stop breathing and they jerk them awake, they don't get enough sleep. So what you notice in those people is that during the day they fall asleep. So I know I used to have somebody that was my friend, and he was driving one day and all of a sudden he slept on the steering and he was snoring. And it was express road. I said, bro, please wake up. Do you want to kill all of us? But let's understand that these things also happen, and that is something that can actually affect your life. It can affect your health, it can affect your sleep, it can affect your relationship, because it can even affect your job, because it means that you can't pay attention in class, you can't do certain things because you can't get a full night's sleep. If you are this kind of person, there is something that might work for you, but you need to talk to your doctor first, because there are other things that they might recommend depending on what's causing yours. One of the things that can be used is actually what we call a CPAP machine. It's somewhere here. Look for the full meaning here. Don't stop me. This CPAP machine is basically something that is helping keep your airway open and at the same time helping you breathe. This might be a cure or something to help you manage obstructive sleep apnea. But like I said, if your snoring has gotten to the point where your breathing stops at night, please, it is important that you see a doctor. Besides, there are some tips that we've gotten here. If it's weight loss, you might need to take it seriously. If it's alcohol, sometimes the diet you eat, some of these things might contribute to what you're suffering. So please talk to your doctor, especially now, and don't forget that snoring seems harmless, but at the same time, it might affect your health. Don't ignore the signs. So as you can see, it's not that difficult. Why it looks like snoring might look harmless, it's not though. It's affecting your sleep, it's affecting your health, it's affecting your relationship. Sometimes it might even be affecting your finance. So by ensuring that you carry out these small changes that we've put inside this video, you can actually improve these things. But if your snoring persists and your snoring is stubborn, then it means that it has passed the quality of this video. You better go and talk to your doctor so that they can see how they can help you. There are ways you can be helped. Don't worry, we're all in this together. Except me, I don't used to snore. But don't forget to subscribe, like, comment. Just do everything so that other people will see this video. Is it every day I'll be begging you people? Like, comment, and subscribe. It's not that difficult. You don't need to pay data in order to do these things. Like, subscribe, comment.